Thank you. I apologize for my tardiness and in this stage. I've just come back from committee in Fredericton, so I'm kind of on the fly, but my apologies. I want to thank you, everyone, for coming. This is an amazing first step. This is an amazing step, an amazing show of support for our community and the people, you know, that sit here on this side. It's a great way to face this head on, like my colleagues have said. I want to thank the downtown for organizing this and put it together and bringing, you know, what we have and what we're facing to light. This isn't an easy topic, and that was said, but it's one of the most important conversations that we need to have as a community. And it's so good that we're finally sitting and having those conversations. This is touching families in every corner of our city, and we've seen it building for years. It's visible in our downtowns, it's affecting our businesses, it's putting a strain on our emergency services as well. During the last 7 years that I've been in this position, I've had the privilege to meet, to volunteer, and to work with so many amazing organizations, some volunteers and the departments who give so much time and effort to fight this battle every day. Jeremy's Mission, Dining with Dignity, John Howard Society, Salvation Army, Miramichi Housing Solutions, NB Housing, Social Development, the city, the council, different levels of government, have all worked so hard together in our downtown. Jeremy's Mission, Dining for Dignity, these ones are just personal organizations that were started, and they've created a bond, they've built trust with people in our downtowns, and their work is completely and totally inspirational and amazing. I volunteered for Miramichi Hospice Inc. and Harvest House Miramichi, and their shops have helped furnish and clothe people coming out of shelters and putting them into apartments. Harvest House Miramichi is an initiative rooted in compassion, faith, and healing and recovery. It's about giving people a safe place to live and a chance to heal, to get clean and remain clean. And it's about filling the gaps in our system that often, all too often, exist. There's gaps between going into detox, and you can stay there for a week and then try to get into recovery. Getting into recovery may take a year. And during these gaps and during these wait times, they end up in the same, we end up creating a revolving door. They can't stay clean, they don't have the resources behind them, they end up back in the streets and doing it all over again. So the Board of Harvest House has been working hard with all levels of governments and organizations to find a location right here. So I want to share, that's literally the time I have. I have to share what happened in the park last week. We had the most beautiful gathering in the park. We had all the levels of help that I did, organizations. Now I'm panicked because I'm going to run out of time. All the organizations that we had together, and we also had Shekinah go from Moncton. Cal came here with 20-some people and entered our city. He's been here many times. He's been helping us create the services that we need here, and I'll share a little story of one of the things that happened here was there was 2 or 3 people that were sitting in the park, had been there for the afternoon, and were taking in the music and taking in the stories that their journeys that they were sharing with us, and the stories and their testimonies that these people have gone through addictions and shared with us. And one of their guys from Chicago had come over to Cal while he was talking to us and said, "Can I talk to you for a second? Sorry to interrupt. I'd like to ask if I can take this gentleman who's been fighting addictions for many years and bringing him back to Moncton with us." And me as the mom said, wait, like no, like you don't know them and this is dangerous. But him doing this for 40 years said, absolutely, there's room on the bus and bring him. So I've called Cal just a few days later and asked how he was making out, and he said that he was still there. He's been accepted and wrapped, his community has wrapped themselves around him. He's fighting the battle, put in a hard time during the pain of coming and detoxing, but he's sticking with the program and he's on his way to recovery. So all of this to say that recovery is possible and it takes a community. We've seen a lot of emotions and finger pointing in the last few weeks, as the mayor had said, and that's just human nature. But we have to do this together. It's not a province thing, it's not a city thing, and it's not an Ottawa thing. It's an everyone issue. We need the partnerships between all levels of government, but most importantly, we need the community's voice. Because we who live here know better than anyone what's happening here. This isn't a simple solution, and this isn't a simple situation, and it doesn't have a simple solution. And we have to hold both compassion and responsibility at the same time. We can care deeply for those struggling with addictions, while also protecting the safety and well-being of our citizens and our community. Those two things are not opposites, and they go hand in hand. So I believe Miramichi can lead the way in this. We're strong, and we are a resilient community, and we know how to pull together in hard times, and this is one of those times. So tonight, we're asking you to stand with us, share your concerns, share your compassion, and I know that we're headed on the right path, and we can fight this. So thank you all for coming, and let's make this happen. Thank you.
Michelle. We'll now hear from